Did you know the average hired manager in North America looks at a resume 6 seconds? That's right, 6 seconds. So, how do you make your resume stand out among the competition? That's easy. It's called networking. Networking is the most important part of your career development. My name is Zach Ballinger, the author of The Hot Seat: How to Meet the Challenge of a New Era in Job Interviewing. I'm here today to help you with networking in a post COVID environment. I have 7 easy tips that we're going to go through today. Number one is let's learn about what networking is. Networking is about teaching and giving. It's about teaching people about you and listening so generously to what others have to offer and what offers to send your way. What does all that mean? It's a famous quote by Len Wayman. Networking is not a one-way street. About establishing long-term relationships over time. And as you begin to network with professionals, you display your level of skills, your traits, your abilities. You begin exchanging conversation. And in the professional world, it's the way to get jobs. Now, as students, what can you do in a post COVID environment to begin networking right now? The most number one tip that I recommend all students to do is download LinkedIn and make sure you have a profile. Why? LinkedIn is the wave of the future. Most professionals are on LinkedIn. In fact, most job postings now happen to be on LinkedIn. So if you want to look for a career in marketing or sales or engineering, a lot of times companies will go there and go ahead and post their job right on there so you can apply. They can look at your profile. Now, you want to make sure you have a professional headshot, work with a career services center if you don't have one yet. You want to make sure that you answer all the questions in the boxes. What is your objective as a student? What kind of career you're getting into? Make sure there's no typos or spelling errors. You can check that with a career center to make sure that they overlook your profile. That is the best way in a post-COVID networking environment to open up. Let's say you've always wanted to work at IBM. You can go on there and follow IBM's company. You can see people that work there with IBM. You can reach out and through a direct message and just email them, say, hey, I'm a student. I'm Zach Ballinger. I'm interested in a marketing position. I would love to talk further to you. Some of them won't answer, some of them will. LinkedIn also has a mentoring program. It's free. You can go under the settings, sign up for a mentor, and everyone needs to have a mentor no matter what career you decide to go in through. So my challenge is find a LinkedIn site, get your professional profiles, no matter you're a freshman, sophomore, junior, or senior. LinkedIn is your key to networking, especially in a post-COVID environment. Now, number two, you may say, Zach, well, who all belongs on that LinkedIn? How do I funnel all my contacts in there? Great question. Everyone is potential in your network. If you think about that, that's really true. So if you have Facebook, Instagram, you can look at your friends, parents, teachers, colleagues, neighbors, relatives. They all are professionals working in some type of field. Although they may not be in the particular career that you desire, you never know who they might know. So you can funnel all your professional contacts on LinkedIn. So no matter who you know and who you can think of, go ahead and send them a LinkedIn invitation. I have many friends, relatives, family that's on there, and you would be surprised as once you start narrowing it down, who all is connected to your career. I'll give you a great example. My mom's neighbor's son actually helped me work on my resume to get my very first career in pharmaceutical sales. He took a look at my resume. He said it wasn't that great. He made some revisions to it. We worked together a few sessions. He did it all for free. But the reason he was able to connect with me is because I connected him on LinkedIn, reached out and sent him a message saying, hey, Ben, do you mind to help me out? He was more than willing and able to. Most professionals are willing to help you guys out there. Number three, networking is part-time jobs. You guys may either have a full-time job or a part-time job. I see students often dismiss these jobs, but they can come in handy because a lot of times you're interfacing with the public. You can have a smile on your face, talk to people. You can get to know people right in your job. Second of all, the manager you work for, if you show up with a smile on your face, you show up on time, and you have good work ethic, later they can provide you a reference. That's exactly what happened to me at the University of Tennessee. I worked at a gas station, and guess what? He saw my work ethic, my willingness to adapt. He saw my professional attitude. He actually called the hiring manager of where I was interviewing for a full-time job and told him about my work ethic. I never thought a job at a gas station would eventually lend me to a reference. So don't discount your part-time jobs. I think another great thing, number 4, is the most underutilized resource on a college campus is your professors. Professors oftentimes have come from the private sector. And guess what? They know alumni and students that have taught for many years that may have gone on to be a teacher or a doctor or a dentist or a welder. And they may know somebody at different careers around your neighborhood right in Kentucky. And so it's very important to establish relationships with professors. How do I do that, Zach? You hang out with them a little bit after your virtual classes or your in-person classes. You get to know them. You talk to them 5 or 10 minutes after every session, and you find questions to ask them. Let them demonstrate your skills and abilities. Like we talked about, that networking component about listening and giving and teaching people about your skills. And you'll be surprised at how many people the professors will be able to help you with. Number 5, career centers. A lot of times students don't interact with career centers enough on campus. It is the single most important organization on campus because guess where everybody goes to when they have a job posting or they're recruiting students or they want to hire students? They go right to that career center. So a lot of times your jobs can be provided by a career service center. They don't give you a job, but they'll post jobs that people are looking to hire students through. So those are great opportunities. If you network early on with a career center, there's multiple things they can help you with. They can look over your LinkedIn profile. They can help you with your resume. They may connect you with other alumni. And so those are very critical things for you to do, is step into that world of your career center. Also recommend people volunteering in their communities. I know right now we're post-COVID, but there's a lot of virtual things going on. There is also organizations you can step into in Kentucky. There's things that people need physically, emotionally, mentally. Let's say you want to be a psychiatrist. It's a great time to volunteer no matter what career pathway you're in. And you'd be surprised at what professionals you'll meet out right in your community that may be able to open you up to new career opportunities, or may know about job opportunities. You're going to meet tons of professionals just giving away your time. And then finally is internships. It's so important nowadays, if you're just starting out, whether you're a senior or a freshman, is work towards that internship to get that experience. Now, you may not like the internship, but it's a great way to network with professionals at companies. And you'll meet a lot of different folks there. Make sure you go through the networking profile, that you demonstrate something about yourself. Network with them, link in with them. The last thing I would tell you guys to do, and we've kind of went over on the number, but this is a great thing to do, is virtual appointments. So let's say you wanted to work at Google. Offer a professional to sit down with you over lunch in a virtual meeting, and you'll Uber Eats them something very inexpensive, and you guys can have a virtual lunch date. Oftentimes I've seen it work. Even with coffee, there's local coffee shops that are willing to deliver, and you can have that virtual meeting where you actually network with them and get a face-to-face lunch or coffee. Even if you're out physically and you're able to distance and you're able to physically meet somebody for coffee, it's always better to network in person. So I hope these tips are some things you can take as students right now to begin building your network on a career you love. And if you need any help, feel free to follow me at zachballinger.com. That's zachballinger.com, and all my social media links are up there. And you can also add me on LinkedIn, where I have right now 3,000 followers with multiple careers. Have a great day.